let's welcome Councillor Marsden. Before that, I would like to introduce him to you guys. Councillor Marsden works in the field of active transport infrastructure as an analyst of cycling and walking networks. He has previously served in the Australian Army as a helicopter pilot, and Councillor brings the values of ecological sustainability, social justice and peace and non-violence to his decisions on the Council. He actively promotes conscientious decisions making on Council where possible. He has a strong commitment to grassroots democracy and is answerable to the citizens of Hobsons Bay and no one else. Our councillor is the co-chair for the Integrated Transport Portfolio Advisory Committee and the Environmental Sustainability Advisory Committee. He is a member of the Metropolitan Transport Forum Executive, a director of Lead Waste, and the chair of the Western Transport Alliance. Welcome him, audience.
Thank you so much, Tanya, for your kind introduction. And forgive my lectern, I've only got one hand. I broke my arm a couple of weeks ago in Cambodia, going to a sacred river, and unfortunately I can't do much with this side, but I'd like to thank Juz and his band, the previous bands of Hazel, for a beautiful rendition of the National Anthem. Give them all a round of applause. And we truly are one family. My family's here. My partner Sylvia was born in Lagos, Nigeria. She grew up in Chile, went to school in the United States, and now lives in Melbourne with me, with our baby daughter, who loves her grandmother, who's also visiting from Lagos, Nigeria, where she spends her time. And Christine was also born in Africa and comes from many generations of people living on that continent. My name is Jonathon. I'm the Mayor of Hobsons Bay, and I too would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands and the waters of Hobsons Bay. The Yalukit Willem of the Bunurong people have celebrated, they've danced, they've worshipped here for more than 2,000 generations. And that anyone here who is a representative of the Bunurong people, I would like to acknowledge you, and through them, their ancestors. I'd also like to acknowledge the many important people we have here tonight. First of all, Dr. John Bellavance, who is the chairman of the Victorian Peace Council, and of course the Universal Peace Federation Australia Vice President of the Nelson Mandela Day Commemorative Committee. And a lovely guy. We've both had a chat with each other. Dr. Moses Adipoju, who's the founder of Miss Africa Victoria Australia, for whom Tanya works and is an able administrator. Patron advisor of ACTap, which is this event, in its infancy, but one I think that has a really brilliant future. There's already a lot of investment from the creative community, and expert performers and artists that we've seen tonight are proof of the belief that the community has in this organisation. Mr. Jeff Osanyade, who is the CEO of Showbiz Entertainment. Lovely to have you here, and welcome to the city. Mohammed Salih Dukuli, President of the Federation of the Liberian Communities of Australia, who will be joining us later, I believe.
Yes.
And Tania Jay, who is the General Secretary of ACTap Incorporated and the Coordinator Choreographer of the Miss Africa Victoria Australia pageant. Ambassador Sheikh Jabate from ACTap, who holds the rank of Ambassador due to his involvement with the Federation in Australia. Ted Judah Attab, patron and advisor of ACTap and broadcaster, I believe, on Channel 31. Used to be. And now is a band member and part of a really good performance. I really enjoyed your singing before as well. It was spot on. Thank you so much. I'd like to welcome all the friends and family and citizens of Hobsons Bay. Many of the people in the room tonight have come from elsewhere, you know, like I was talking to the gospel guys up the back, and they've come from Vermont South and elsewhere. And it's a long way to come, but I appreciate you making the effort to be here. So it's a pleasure to be here to celebrate ACTap, which is about empowering, harnessing and promoting the talents of ACTap members, as well as officially inaugurating the organisation. So let's have a big round of applause for the inauguration of ACTap. The association is a guild of talents, performers, actors, singers, dancers, directors, producers, cinematographers, editors, DJs, instrumentalists, photographers, journalists who are upcoming or professional practitioners in the industry. So there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of latent talent in Melbourne. We know that this is, the best city in the world and one full of really talented musicians who have come from elsewhere. Places like Samoa, for example. And Mauritius. Yeah. And all over the world, because we really are one family. And Hobsons Bay is proud to be a truly multicultural community. Home to people from more than 140 countries of origin, speaking 100 languages and observing 90 faiths, which is pretty mind-boggling when you think about it. And more than 30% of Hobsons Bay residents were born overseas, including my mother-in-law, my wife, my daughter's a Melburnian. We take great joy in this diversity and cultural richness, and we pride ourselves on providing opportunities and a sense of belonging for all people, regardless of their cultural, linguistic or religious background. And regardless of where our residents come from originally, we work to make them feel welcome in the community. We make them welcome through providing them with access to social, economic and civil opportunities, including activities through all sections of council. And I know that that's a big part of your mandate as well. Particularly talking to Adini and also Shik, who are explicitly charged with the task of welcoming people from their communities into the wider Melbourne community and the people of the world. We have a multicultural policy, which we take extremely seriously, and that promotes respect for cultural diversity. Cultural diversity and a strong sense of community is what makes living here so enjoyable, and the reason that I'm proud to be the Mayor of Hobsons Bay. It makes Hobsons Bay not only a great place to live, but it also makes it a truly creative city and a place where musicians can perform and be appreciated for who they are, and also for their cultural contributions. So I feel very much at home here among friends, and I've really enjoyed dancing. I hope that we can catch up and have a chat for the people I haven't yet met. But I'd like to thank all of the participants, all of the musicians and performers, the speakers, the donors, the organisers, the Lebanon Community Hub for putting on this occasion, and for the partners. This is really a start-up organisation, and as time goes on, the organisation will bring on more partners, more sponsors, which will make it more sustainable, bringing larger crowds and bringing audiences to hear performers that will feel come tonight. I'd like you for being so generous and opening your hearts. It really is evident that you are all about the rest of humanity, all about each other, serving one another, and that is the meaning of community. Community drives council. I'm part of council, and I'm proud to be driven by the community's needs. Later I'm going to have the honour of presenting awards, and I believe Hazel's going to present a special song. Hazel has many attributes to her name. She's not only a triple threat, she's an actress, a dancer and a singer, but in addition is also an entrepreneur, a teacher and a choreographer. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from Hazel, but in the meantime, one love and peace.
Wow. Please, can we put our hands together once more for the mayor? Thank you. I have never seen such a humble man like this in my life. Someone that will remove his jacket and start dancing and just making us to feel at home, making us to feel welcome. Thank you so much, sir. And I'll tell you the secret of that, because he now has our DNA from Nigeria, West Africa. We from Nigeria, West Africa, and other African countries. We don't carry last. So yes, so we really really celebrate ourselves, we celebrate people, and we celebrate the community. And thank you so much for that. And my people from Nigeria, you are welcome. Thank you. When you go back to Lagos next week, please greet all the Lagosians for us. Yes. Yes, we are really going to follow up with you, Lord Mayor. We'll be knocking on your door. Very soon we'll come for more meetings. We'll need your advice. We'll need how you will support us more, because a lot of people came here today, they said they don't believe there's a big facility like this here. And we can be doing things here monthly, weekly, and just make sure we celebrate ourselves. Some people, most of the talents here, they do it not because of the money, but just because of the passion and the talent they have. So please, we look forward to you welcoming us to your office very soon for more ways to work together.
Our community lives, events, people, places, multicultural, sports, news, peace promotion, security, religious activities, children programs, human rights, asylum seekers and refugees, politics, health, African culture, entertainment, education, Australian culture, and lots more. Our community lives, produced, directed, and hosted by Adeniyi Ekine. Our community lives, #1 African Australian multicultural and human rights program, only on this station.
Keep watching our community lives on this station.
Keep watching our community lives.